Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some more Dominion 6. Last time we did LA Ubuwanda from the Africa mod, which is a pretty fun nation. Had some big monkey archers, had some flyers, had some fun sort of death and fire spell destruction and all that. It was good. It's good. Let's roll up another one, shall we? 82 is going to be EA Frostlings. Okay, this is a standalone one. Frostlings Reign of the Ice Queens. Definitely not going to be fire and death and destruction. It's probably going to be cold. We like that. 271. Nope. We're on 272. EA. Frostlings. To the north of the regions occupied by the Vans, Chuds, and Rusian peoples are polar regions where the entrance to Cocytos is rumored to be located. Tribes of nomadic Frostlings, distant cousins of the Rimveti wolfkin, eked out a meager subsistence living across the arid taigas and tundras. Bune, one of the ice devils of Cocytos, once corrupted an unknown queen of elemental water, and their union led to the creation of an all-female magical race of pale-skinned humanoids. While few in number, these creatures somehow self-propagate by magical means, and soon there were enough to sally forth and conquer nearby Frostling tribes with superior magical and martial prowess. The leaders of these magical women, self-described Ice Queens, styled after their origin mother, realized the value of Frostlings as thralls and minions. One by one, petty chiefs came to pay tribute to and worship the Ice Queens, and permanent settlements were built around their temples and halls. Now, with the awakening god, the Ice Queens, their progeny, and their Frostling subjects roll forward like a frigid fog to consume all who oppose them in their path. Alright, so we have Frostlings ruled by queens and priestesses of magical ice. We prefer cold scale 3. That's pretty darn cold. And our dominion spreads cold. Again, I never know quite what that means, but sure. We have numerous infantry, wolf riders, mammoths, and magic beings. Strong water and death, average or weak nature, air, and fire. Average priests. We get ice castle in the capital, fortified villages elsewhere. Cold limit +1 standard forts. Alright, we don't have many commander options. We have a tracker. Susceptible to fire 5. Cold resist 10. Snow move, stealth 60. Wasteland, mountain survival, supply bonus 1. Raid leader. 60 leadership. Same selection of stuff. Stealth 40. Pillager 1. Thane. 100 leadership, but no gold star. I hate it. Stealth 40. Same stuff. It's an elfin nation, clearly. Snowscaper. Water 1. 25% chance for air or water. It's a tiny little research monkey with ice forging 3. So you get 3 resources wherever they are for every level of cold scale. It's pretty nice. So if we need more resources, this is not a bad way to do it, because we're probably going to have cold scale 3 in our capital. So that's 9 extra resources for every ice snowscaper. White Witch. Fire 1, Water 1, Death 1, Holy 1. Air, Water, Death, 10% for a fire or death. Okay, so 33% of these guys will have 2 death, 33% will have 2 water, and then 33% will have 1 of everything and air. Right. Cold resist 15, Magic Being, Ice Protection 1, Death Curse. Okay. Ice Queen, cap only. 600 gold and 4 recruitment points and 30 resources. Water 3, Death 3, Holy 2, Air, Water, Death, 10% for another one. 150 leadership, 22 hit points, size 4, with 4 natural protection, 16 defense, 17 MR, 16 morale, 150 leadership, 40 magic, 200 undead. With Animal Law 2, Cold Resist 25, Chill 8, Spirit Sight, Cold Power 1, Ice Protection 1, Combat Caster. Also riding a Bear Chariot with 48 hit points, size 7 Trampler with 8 protection. 5 MR, Jesus Christ. So the mount is not sacred, nor does it have even remotely good MR. Like, just completely unbuffed. Crazy. Taiga Shaman, non-fort provinces. It's a little dude riding a reindeer. It's a little woman riding a reindeer. Nature 1, Air, Death, Nature. Inept Researcher 3, Fortune Teller 5. So 6 research for 110. It's not amazing, but I think it's your only real nature access. So honestly, I could definitely see setting up a lab and just, you know, just start making these. You know, good number of them will be 2 nature. That's pretty useful for foraging and some stuff like that. All right, units. We have the Seal Hunter. Can be also in all coastal provinces. Size 2. 8 hit points. Only 7 protection on the body. 9 defense. 12 MR, 9 morale, 9 speed. The normal selection of stuff. They have 10 attack, 11 damage spear, and a harpoon bundle. Range 8. 9 precision, 11 piercing, plus net effect. Not amazing, but there's some value there. Mammoth Hunter, terrain restrictions. 8 hit points, 7 protection, 8 defense, 12 MR, 10 morale, 9 speed. They have short pikes, length 4, 10 attack, 15 damage. One wonders how many Mammoth Hunters it would take to bring down a mammoth. Because I feel like they get squashed pretty darn good. Mammoths are size 9. I feel like a lot. Probably a lot. But, alright. Fordman. 8 hit points, 8 protection, 13 defense with a parry, 4 shield, 12 MR, 9 morale, 9 speed. And they have a 10 attack, hatchet for 13 slashing damage. They are very cheap, though. So if you're at the point in the game where you have, like, army-wide buffs, you know, if you got Oaken Army, or Marble Army, or Wave Warriors, or Army of Mist, or even Will of the Fates or something, just having, like, 800 of these guys, 5 to a square, it's pretty good. Archers. Range 35 on the bow for 10 piercing damage. They really need some sort of buff to that to be viable. Although it is EA, and that's generally something to consider. It's not terrible. Burr Guard. Same sort of stuff. No shields. They have an Iron Cudgel, length 2, 10 attack, 18 damage. So if you need something a bit heavier hitting, I guess. Huskarls. 8 hit points, 12 protection, 14 defense with a parry, 4 shield, 12 MR, 11 morale, 8 speed, 12 attack short sword for 13 damage. Yeah, pretty solid medium infantry. Especially for the price and everything. You can have a lot of these guys too. The damage isn't phenomenal, but there are 5 of them to a square, and that's a lot of short swords stabbing you. Warg Raider, I'm sorry. Can be recruited outside forts as well. Okay. Well, 8 hit points on the Rider, 12 protection, 16 defense with a parry, 4 shield, 12 MR, 11 morale, 28 speed is very fast. They have an 11 attack spear, 11 damage, no charge bonus. That would have really helped them. And they have a net as well, once per battle. The Warg, however, 23 hit points, 7 protection, 10 defense, 5 MR. Horrible. 13 attack, 17 damage, bite. As far as light to medium cav goes, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. The net definitely will help. Warg Harrier gets bumped up to 12 protection, 15 defense, but drops down to a buckler, unfortunately. They have a 12 attack, 13 damage hatchet, and short bows, but no mobile archer. Not as appealing to me. Ice Guardian, cap only. Limited to 5 per turn. 25 hit points. Size 4, 12 protection, natural, 11 defense, 15 MR, 50 morale, 10 speed. They're poor amphibians with pierce resist, cold resist 25. They never heal, but they do heal at labs. Spirit Sight, cold power 1, ice protection 2, bodyguard 3. And they have frost glaives, length 3, 12 attack, 25 magic damage, plus 12 armor piercing fatigue. They're definitely not frontliners in any shape, way, or form. They're a little pricey. They have never heal, which is pretty obnoxious, and they don't really have the protection to make that not a big deal. They will take quite a bit of damage, and that will add up. You will lose these guys. And for the price, I'd kind of rather those money and resources go towards, like, Huskarls, to be honest. Obviously, if they were sacred, that would change everything, but they're not. So, yeah, it's iffy. It's just iffy. War Mammoth Rider. 120 gold, 23 resource, 39 recruitment points. Alright, the Rider has 8 hit points, size 2, 9 protection, 11 defense, 12 MR, 11 morale with a hammer, length 1. There are 2 archers on there with 5 protection and short bows. But obviously the main appeal is the Mammoth. 64 hit points, size 9 trampler with 11 protection, 9 defense, 6 MR. Yeah, it's not a war mammoth, is it? It's just a mammoth. There's no armor here. 6 MR is terrible, and 10 morale is pretty terrible for a mammoth. Size 9 tramplers are good, but I will not waste money on that. I'm sorry. And lastly, War Maiden. Non-cap only, sacred. 15 hit points, size 3. 12 protection on the body with 3 natural. 14 defense, no shields. 13 MR, 12 morale, 14 speed. Susceptible to fire 5. Cold resist 15. They have ice protection 1. And 2 ice weapons. 13 attack on both. 17 slashing magical and 16 slashing magical. Yeah, they're pretty good. You could go bark skin as a bless and say fuck it to fire, or you could go bark skin and take 2 fire resist to neutralize it. Because they'd end up with, like, what, 17 or 18 protection? Yeah, I mean, I would say if you went for, like, a Rainbow Mage, although Barkskin's a little hefty on a Rainbow Mage, so I don't know. Stygian Flesh is a lot easier. So let's say you did Stygian Flesh. Stygian Flesh, Blood Surge is a pretty solid one. And then Undying, Enchanted Blood. Honestly, just between those 4 things, just Death Blood, you'd be perfectly fine. We could take... Usually you almost never find a pretender, like a Titan or a monster with Death Blood specifically. You could take like a statue and just give it Death and Blood or something, like the Fountain of Blood, and just give it Death as well, and then that's it. But problem is, those 4 things, it's kind of pricey. Like, you're talking about, like, 17, 18 points or something like that of a bless. So really you're only happening with a Rainbow Mage. Are they good enough to warrant a Rainbow Mage? With Stygian Flesh, you're looking at, like, 20 protection. No, you're not looking at 20. You're looking at, like, yeah, 18 or 19 maybe. They could have 25 hit points, like 16 attack, 20 damage, dual weapons with ice protection. They'll get plenty of kills, no doubt. We can summon polar bears. 48 hit points, 8 protection, 7 defense, 5 MR, 13 morale, 14 speed. Undisciplined. 10 attack on the bite and claw, 22 damage, 20 damage. Yeah, I mean, it's a bear. It's like a slightly better bear, I guess. Northern Glow? 3 hit points, 0 protection with ethereal. 18 defense, 12 MR, 50 morale, 22 speed. They have Storm Power 1, Shock Explosion on Death, Storm Immunity, and Lightning Swarm, 18 attack, 6 armor negating damage. Wonder if that's a combat summon. And Dire Penguin! Oh shit! At the Mountains of Madness. 20 hit points, size 4, 6 protection, but 20 versus Mundane. 11 defense, 17 MR, 30 morale, 13 speed, fear 5, cold resist 20, spirit sight, void sanity 10, magic power 1, corpse eater 2 up to 20 hit points. And they have 2 magic beaks, 13 attack, 14 slashing damage. It's pretty baller. Look at spells. Conjuration, Sloth of Polar Bears. You get 11 plus 1 for 7 water gems. You get 15 plus 1 Great Bears for 6 nature gems. Manifest Northern Glow, it is a combat spell. 2 of them for 1 air gem. I guess. I mean, if we look at them as a combat spell, they're going to die in 1 hit to anything, but they are ethereal. They're fast. It's speed 22, so they're going to get in there pretty quick. 18 defense is pretty strong, and they have 18 attacks. They're really likely to actually land a lightning swarm if they get into melee. And 6 armor negating damage is decently nasty. And that's requires 1 air gem for 2. Storm in a Bottle is pretty easy to get 2, and with Bag of Winds, if we really go hard, you can get 3. So having a mage throw out 6 Northern Glows, it's not bad. I don't think it's amazing though. Ice Drake Clutch. So we get 3 Ice Drakes for 15 water gems. I don't know what it is normally. It's 1 Ice Drake for 7. So we're practically getting an Ice Drake for free. Oh yeah, it's right here. Right. So it requires 15 gems to cast, but you get 3. And for a nation like ours, it's pretty solid, because we all have cold resist. Probably the best use of our water gems, really. Alteration, we have nothing. Evocation, we get Castigate, Water Fire, range 35, 75% casting time. AoE 1, 5 precision, 20 fatigue, 12 plus 1 armor piercing cold damage. And combustion. Flaming ice. This seems really bad, though, for my troops, because I have good cold resist, but this is an extra effect in the area that just causes combustion. And I don't think that's a special cold thing. It's fire damage. You're on fire. So that's not good. Greater Castigate. AoE 3, range 25, 12 plus 2 armor piercing cold damage, a lingering cloud, and the combustion. Okay. Ice Nova. This is a PB AoE, so it's around the caster. AoE 6, 12 plus armor piercing, cold, and lingering cloud level 2. Okay. Winds of Kokotos. Range 40 plus, 75% casting time, 5 plus 1 AoE, 8 plus 1 magic damage, and icy winds, causing them to get frozen and suffer from fatigue. This is the spell we want. Although the damage initially is not cold. It's just straight magic damage. Although it's not armor piercing or anything. Interesting. Construction. Not a thing. Didn't get around to doing any of that. Alright. Enchantment, Gift of Frozen Flames. There you go. 5 fire resist to AoE 5 plus 1. So that basically negates your fire susceptibility, so you're back to just neutral. Power the Blue Flame. Ooh. So this requires 3 water and a holy, so, you know, limited options of who can cast that. Range 15, 6 plus 1 area effect, and requires a water gem. But it gives cold aura to everyone and fire resist 5. That's pretty nice. That might be worth looking into. Thaumaturgy, we got nothing. Blood magic, we get Bind Dire Penguin. So it's a blood spell, 9 blood slaves. Yeah, I mean, we probably won't get that, even though it is funny. Okay. Well, yeah, so I'm thinking Huskarls as a main front line. War Maidens as on the flank, and probably Archers. And that'll be... I mean, we could go with Warg Raiders to attack rear instead of having Archers. I mean, obviously you can have both, but I usually like to keep it to 3. Hard to say, really. Hard to say. I guess with the Warg Raiders, then we have no risk of any friendly fire at all. But the Warg Raiders are probably going to die quite a bit. We'll see. Right. So, yeah, death, blood. It's really a question of, are they worthy of doing a Rainbow Mage? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I mean, I do think it's possible for us to win without one. We do tend to stomp around with a Pretender all the time, but let's say theoretically I didn't. That's max blast. But the problem is I don't need crazy amounts of scales, though. I think, honestly, probably, like, neutral scales isn't that crazy. But we would want more Dominion, of course. Yeah, something like that. So you get Stygian Flesh, which is fucking incarnate only. Blood Surge. Enchanted Blood. Undyne. 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 Attack. 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 Yeah, it's pretty powerful. I guess. I mean, it would be nice to win sometime without really using a pretender. Alright, we'll bank on our sacreds being pretty strong. As for mages, yeah, we were mostly going to go with the white witches, but they are kind of pricey to start. The Ice Queen's even more so, actually, 300 a turn. So for now, probably just roll with the Snow Scraper for research purposes. We could have gone even Sloth 1 because these guys have Ice Forging. I forgot about that. Then I would have gone Sloth 1, Order 1, probably. For research, yeah, I mean, Ice Drakes will help quite a bit. We have a lot of evocation stuff. But we probably want to think about if we have one of these in the battle, what would be the best thing? It does give us access to Stygian Reigns, which is Evocation 7. Because our sacreds all have magic weapons, so they will ignore that completely. And basically just means that our line holders will just keep holding the line while our sacreds just butcher everything. It also doesn't benefit our sacreds that much, but it does benefit a little bit, and it's mostly just... yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. But we would need Construction 5, Evocation 7. Our regular troops don't have Dark Vision, but the... oh no, we didn't get... no, okay, I thought they had Spirit Sight. It was these guys that had Spirit Sight. Alright, so Darkness is a no-go. Looking at any other cross-path options. Power of the Blue Flame's pretty good, too. That also gives us Grip of Winter, which would definitely be good. Although we don't know our opponents. Alright, let's focus on Grip of Winter first. That's something we know is beneficial. Oh, we're going against Mechone. Then yes. Right, our prophet cannot lead magical beings. Beings. Yep. Well, we'll have to get started without him. Do not stealth, please. Yeah, turns out when you don't have any shields, it kind of sucks. I hate to say it, but get me an Ice Queen to start. All right. Good. So, unfortunately, our sacreds are a hell of a lot faster than our frontliners. So we're talking like that, maybe. All right, so with everything but Stygian flesh, we have 23 hit points, 14 protection. Oh, because of the cold ice protection. Yeah, that's nice. 15 defense, 14 MR, 16 morale, 14 speed, 20 attack on both weapons, 20 and 19 magic slashing damage. They're going to butcher most things in EA pretty easily. Nice. Yeah, as long as there's not too many archers, it works out pretty well. I do think Stygian Reigns will be pretty sweet. So that'll make these guys have, like, yeah, 20 protection on all of them. Pretty good, except this is a lot of archers. Worked out all right. Nice, nice. Oh, we can also go into the Hall of the Ice Queens to scry, range 5. Very nice water gem income to start. Not the best line holders yet, but they'll get there, don't worry. All right. Hey, we could be friends now. We could be best of friends. Best of enemies. How is he already all up in the water? What? Oh, shit. I didn't even pay attention to that. That's not good. No, he didn't want to be friends. Okay, well, we're going to wait here for the moment to deal with his little force. We're going to start building a fortified village. On a rune of water. Assassination attempt on a snow scraper. I don't like that. Yeah, all right. Give me another one of those. Battle in Epernia. Pretty simple. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we already know the result of that. Fucking birds. Okay. Yeah, pretty simple. All right, good. We got that done. We are gonna probably want to get temples going pretty soon. It's getting a little dire. Yeah. Well, that was simple. Just hold the line for now. Actually, no, you could afford to go take this back. Knight of the Deeps. Where's he getting this shit from? How did he get in the water? Pretender. It's the only option. He had an awake expander that went in the water, which is worrisome. Okay. Yeah, it's not great, because I need... No, don't raid, dude. Literally, you can't move patrol with a pillager. We saw this last time. It's really annoying. There's literally no way to move patrol without that specific hotkey, which also is the raid hotkey. Figure that one out. Easy. This one, almost certainly we're getting besieged. He's got the Great Mother, which is not too bad. It is a trampler, which is pretty bad. Alright, but he didn't breach right away, so we're gonna just hold off a moment. Just breach for the moment. Jadis, the First Daughter, has appeared. 2 air, 3 water, 3 death, 2 blood, 3 holy. 150 leadership. Awe 2. Chill 8. Ice armor 1. Combat caster with a hell sword. Life drain. Partial life drain. 27 base hit points, 4 natural protection, 18 defense. Pretty slick, I must say. Mm-hmm. Alright, you don't have to do that. You can spam Horde of Skeletons. Which would help with the kludge. I guess you could do the same thing. Why not? That is a lot of dudes. Well, we won. Mostly due to Horde of Skeletons, I think, but also due to my Sacreds being pretty cracked. Jesus. We lost 124 Huskarls and 22 War Maidens. That could have been a lot worse, but they had Stygian Flesh now. Yeah, I mean, that was his Doom stack with his Pretender. Pretty scary. Jesus. We got nothing there. It's all scattered to the four winds. We're gonna need bigger PD. He's gonna come back for round 2. Good. Considering what we had there, pretty darn good. This is what happens if you invest extremely heavily in your sacred. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes it still doesn't work out. Pale Riders would actually be really good. So I'm going to have you sit here and cast Pale Riders for a bit. Vile Water, we've never cast a spell ever. It's a gelatinous cube. It's mostly an anti-thug thing because it just swallows. Like, there's very little recourse to it. It's just a swallow. We're running low on Sacreds, but they did manage to kill his Pretender, which is a pretty big blow to him at this stage, I would imagine. Oh no, I don't have Stygian Flesh yet. Also, our Dominion is not looking so hot. We really need to pivot to just making temples, please. Okay, I lost a tracker to an assassination attempt. It's annoying. There's a battle in Polmania. Ah, the elephants! Fuck! That sucks. Those are my reinforcements. We're about to hit enchantment 6, so I'll have Grip of Winter if I want. But to really make that work, we need 2 water gems. which is, well, not stellar. Yeah, not stellar, to say the least. Construction 7 gets you the Frozen Heart. But if we had Astral, which we do have somewhat on the Pretender, then you can make at Construction 3... No. Okay, I don't... Oh, no, I was... Yeah, so if you have Astral 4, you can make Cthulhu's Staff, which gives 4 temporary water gems. More than enough. So that's a Construction 5. So I guess we'll work towards that. Well, I'm not bringing much reinforcements, I'll tell you that. But I do have a lot of Pale Riders here and a bunch of other shit. Why don't we roll out with that? Also grab some water gems. Yeah, these Gigantes. He's limited to 3 of these per turn. But it's not cap only, right? So you can make them in any fort. And they're annoying. But Grip of Winter will do quite a lot of good here. Slow and steady. Just hold the line. His hot dominion is preventing him from fucking me over for now on the rivers. Tried to kill my White Witch and died. Good. I left 43 units there. Go pick those up. Of course, right as I leave with one of them. That's not much. Three years is a long time. Yeah, I figured I didn't have anything just to come down off the mountains. Son of a bitch. Okay, you gotta get Grip of Winter here. There you go. Yeah, not bad. I mean, much better, obviously. Much better. Long Dead Horseman can kind of pick them off. And then we lost Llama. So now, yeah, see, I should have just seen that coming and moved them all out. So that that's the benefit of having the fort, you know. Because now, if he doesn't, well, we're fucked, basically. He's gonna rummage around forever. And I can't stop him. So our only hope is that he doesn't move for some reason. He doesn't think that he can take it, which is what the PD is for. But I think it might be worth it. Might be worth it just to try to mobilize this shit. Just to maybe save one spot. Alright, he attacked Epernia, and obviously I had very little there. He attacked Betaine, which is where I did move with this little fresh army. It's not super promising considering how many Gigantes he's got, and my guys weren't blessed. We cost ourselves soldiers in order to just hold the spot. Could have been worse, though. I mean, all those units he had died, which was like quite a lot of Gigantes. If you look at this. Yeah, he had 10 Ectoromos, 18 Hoplites. I only killed 10, but he lost the other 18 total on the route because he had nowhere to go to. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Our biggest problem is financial. The surprise of no one. Should have taken order 1. "41 more Huskarls, 52 Long Dead Horsemen, 4 of the War Maidens. But he lost 296, including 57 Gigantes. It's insane to me that he even has that much at this point. But he did, and now he doesn't. So I'm reasonably pleased. Yeah, I wish I had Winter Wolf PD, but Winter Wolves is a potentially very strong option for us to summon. We've got pretty great well, and Ice Drakes, like anything. Like, you should get something online. After that, let's go Conjuration 5. That'll give us Winter Wolves. We're going to get 5 for 6 water gems. And I already am getting 4 water gems a turn without even site searching. So, yeah. We should probably build a temple here. You're right. Then I can get Winter Maidens. An arena battle, huh? Yeah, we gotta get our... Alright, for now, everyone preach here. I don't have any PD anyway, so it doesn't matter. We should get our god any second, which will make our sacreds far, far better. He attacked Durshid with birds, but we defended it thanks to leaving a bunch of shit there. Attacked Epernia, and he's obviously besieging. No contestants in the arena. No prizes awarded. And faith in the new cowardly pretenders has diminished. Oh, jeez. Alright, so we got our big boy. He can cast everything. I might have him site search for the moment. This is EA. He's got everything. He'll find practically every site in the game. That's a lot of gem income. Bill the White Witch died. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would set everything much farther back. The problem is... Oh no, he was supposed to make our astral thing. I guess I don't have any pearls. Alright, search there, and then we'll get to it. So, yeah, we need a lab here. I would set everything further back, but the problem is the Huskarls are so slow at 8. They kind of need... I mean, I can move things a little bit further back, all the way to the corner. You know, obviously we want Grip of Winter to go... to do as much as possible. I'm going to hold here while you build a lab. Found Animal Cemetery, Wellspring of Secrets, and the Imperial Quarry. But I lost a temple. That's not great. So that's 1 water gem, 1 earth gem, 1 death gem. I can get carrion wolves and shit. Alright, head back there for the moment. Yeah, we could also get skull stabs on everybody. Actually, that would be huge. So we need 20 astral pearls. That should be easy enough to get. Hulu's staff. Alright. Skull staff. Skull staff. Skull staff. Yeah, alright. Should be good. A lot of skeletons. 13 Huskarls, 9 War Maidens. He lost 339. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot of troops he's losing. And now that I have the fucking staff, we can sort of write our own ticket. So I could also cast Power of the Blue Flame, but Grip of Winter takes so long that it probably wouldn't matter. Yeah, there'll be something eventually for you to cast, I suppose, but I don't know if this will actually trigger anything. So fuck it. Don't be conservative anymore. Alright, you're now on patrols. We're gonna get some PD going. More Kludge. And you can start making more Huskarls again. $19 more Huskarls, 1 War Maiden. Honestly, just for the sake of holding on to Huskarls, I probably should move them all the way back. Move them back here, move this guy back here. Move all these up forward more. Let the skeletons do the work, baby. Wildfire Glade, Enchanted Field, Ironcliff, Boiling Bog. But now we lost Mir to Ettins. Surely we can do something about that. Yeah, just trying to get a lot of money. Murdering Mire, Graveyard of the Damned, Tar Pits. Defended Dershid, very nice. Good. Yeah, pretty good. I think we got that in the bag pretty nicely. Alright, let's see how you handle an Ettin or two. This could be really dumb. A lot of frickin' skeletons, man. A lot of frickin' skeletons. Good. Good. Alright, we're about to get Conjuration 5. That's good. Now the last piece of the puzzle then is going to be, I guess, Stygian Reigns. Which, yeah, will be fairly good. Although I'm worried that it might buff them a bit too much. Maybe it's not worth it. Because it won't buff the Long Deads, they're inanimates. And he's got a lot of, like, heavily armored hoplites and stuff. I mean, granted, War Maidens... Yeah, it probably will still help, right? I mean, it's gonna make them fucking crack. Like, oh, man, yeah, they'll have, like, 32 protection against my normal dudes. And they also have magic weapons. Yeah, it's probably not worth it. Okay, never mind. So then, is there anything else good under, like, water stuff? Well, there's the Castigate shit, but I'm kind of loving the skeleton, so I don't know. I was thinking more about battlefield-wide stuff, but there's no... Yeah, I mean, there's Acid Storm, but that's not good. So then as far as buffs go, there's Rigor Mortis, but that's not really good. So then it's just Wave Warriors, which is good. Although minus 25% combat speed. Yeah. Hard to say, really. Yeah. Leprosy's kind of solid, right? Disease, like half his army. I guess it would probably end up being like 25% of the army, but still. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess just start going down stuff. Our Pretender can always cast, like, Army of Mist or something, which is phenomenal. Or Marble Army. Wolfolk and Abandoned Laboratory. So to get... that's true. To get fucking Winter Wolves, I need Water 3. He could summon a lot. True. So I guess I could hold off. I could get Long Dead Archers, which have Banefire bows, which is pretty nasty. Sure. Mostly just trying to build funds so I can build PD everywhere. I think we got Epernia pretty well locked down. I noticed he didn't cast Grip of Winter that time. Oh, because the Ice Queen died. That great. How did that happen? Shit. Well, I guess a different Ice Queen will have to cast it. Yeah, eventually... Okay, I guess start making some more Ice Queens. They are really good. I forgot about Llama. That was lucky. Alright, we have temples everywhere. Your job is done. That's a pretty big pack, admittedly. Yep, that's gonna be a battle. Hey, we found a Well of Pestilence. We love those. Well, he lost 492 and I lost 44, which is a pretty good ratio. But it could be better. Still could be better. Yeah, he's gigantes. He lost another 51 of them. No, 61 of them. I'm sorry. 61 of them. Keep in mind, each of these is 3 per turn that he can make. Yeah, you should. You should take these. Also, the long dead archers could be good. We're up to 8 death gems a turn, 6 water gems per turn. That's pretty darn good. We do want to get in. We want to take control of the water. I could just build Pale Riders and do it that way. It's not the worst idea. Unfrozen. I've never summoned them. Unfrozen warriors. Okay, they're not a, they're poor amphibians. They have cold aura 3, cold power 1, resist cold and poison 25. They've got like 9 protection or something, pierce resist, 28 hit points, length 3 flint swords, 13 attack, 24 damage. They are pretty nasty. But 65 water gems. And you get it's nebulous. I'm not sure. Because it depends on the turmoil scale or luck or magic scale. We have like no scales. So I have no idea. It can also only be cast in highlands and mountains, which we are not in. So I don't know. Otherwise, yeah, Pale Riders is not bad. Otherwise, yeah, just like getting a shit ton of long dead and just taking them down there. It's fine. I mean, you could get whites. These are, you get 5 whites with Bane Blades for 20. They are gonna have like 18 protection, 20 hit points, 14 MR, 17 morale. They have shields, parry 4, cold aura 3. They're poor amphibians, spirit sight, and they have Bane Blades, 13 attack, 23 damage, plus decay. Now, is that better than just getting like 150 Pale Riders? I don't know. So we have 44 death gems. So I could get right now 10 whites. Or I could get 100 Pale Riders. Yeah, you know. That's the tough argument. I don't know. What is the public consensus on whites? Are they ever worth taking? Well, we also have a shit ton of water. Like, we should be able to summon something like sea trolls. Yeah, with 3 water. I don't think winter wolves can go in the water. No, so Yeah, we should just get a shit ton of sea trolls and take them down. My death magic, I should just spend on these guys with Twiceborn. Okay, I didn't have much. I was short some. Okay. Yeah, I knew he would attack as soon as I was just not paying attention. And I apparently still had a white witch there. Oh, I think she moved in right now, didn't she? I'm an idiot. All right, so the archers, yeah, I mean, they're very easily just shreddable. 0 protection, 5 hit points. They never heal. But they have Banefire bows, 35 range, 10 precision, 11 piercing magic, plus decay. They can certainly do quite a bit of killing. Probably shouldn't have them in a double line. I should have them in like a sparse line. Or just, yeah, maybe just skirmish right like that. $100, 140 rounds? Why would it go that long? Well, this thing's why. How much regen is it doing? 30% regen on 227 hit points. Yeah, 69 health return. That's gonna be tough, even with my sacreds hitting pretty hard. And we don't end up killing it because I don't think we saw a message. Lost 5 Huskarls, 8 of those archers, 16 sacreds. He lost another 215. Shame. Yeah. Right, we needed the robe. Robe of the Sea. Actually, no, we don't even need that. You can just make them. Sea trolls. Just start making sea trolls. It'll be good. "20 War Maidens I lost." I see this Fire Drake got 30 kills, so that could have been it. I'm just hoping it's not the fucking long dead archers I brought in. We could also get Naiad Warriors, which would be pretty solid line holders. But I like Winter Wolves quite a bit. It's like 1 billion spells that I could cast. I think Woven Winter here and a Epernia of those pretty nice. Yeah, it's like, do I want him to keep searching? Do we want to find stuff? Not really. I think we should just... Maybe I should have him go underwater. Just trying to give him some various goodies that he could benefit from. Cast some water shit. I guess, yeah, I forgot about water lens, by the way. For some reason, I went straight to Cthulhu's staff. I do feel like we're losing a lot because of this stupid pretender that just keeps stomping on her way out. But, yeah, it's alright. Good. Yeah, I didn't really need the ring of water breathing. I didn't think that through, but that's alright. Okay. Sea trolls. I think one of you... Oh, you ended up with 4 death. Hot damn. Can load up on this shit. Load out. Okay. Well, for now, just take that, and that'll be easy. $150, 60, 70, 193 rounds. I can't bring myself to watch it. Alright. I lost 25 archers, 1 war maiden. He only attacked with the Grey Mother, but it got 176 skills on all my skeletons. Still didn't kill it, though. There's like a skeleton thing going on here. Oh yeah, we got routed, I guess. Probably suffered fairly heavily on that one. This fucking pretender, man. Like, we need to just kill this thing. It's never gonna stop. It's not mindless. So honestly, if we just got our Frostfather in there and spammed Soulslay or something, we probably could do it. Annoying though. fuck it, I am not gonna waste any more time. Okay, so water spells. We definitely have some water exclusive buffs. Friendly currents. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what we want to cast to start. I didn't give him 2 gems, so he can't cast Grip of Winter. Yeah, also if I had given him a Cornucopia, he could have cast Foul Vapors. I forgot about that. Let's just go with Friendly Currents and cast spells. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Annoying. I don't have that much money. Fuck. Okay, we defended Bakar. We defended Llama. We took Quadra. We defended Epernia. Again. And we defended Durshid. That's 5 battles that turn, 5 victories. And we killed a scout. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, we're just losing a lot. This damn fire drakes and bullshit, and it's tough, man. We lost Ebis again. To that same thing, you know, old graveyard that I stood on. I thought I was gonna. Why didn't I get rid of the ring then? If I was gonna, I didn't need it. It's crazy, man. This stupid mother. Defended Llama. We defended Epernia again. Took that, no problem. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. He will come back down here with dispossessed spirits and shit and Mountain Kings. There you go. Defended though. Dispossessed spirits aren't very good. Necromancer has been able to control the dark energies that quicken the dead. Awesome. We're not recruiting shit. Money's tight, man. Money's damn tight. I don't know how I don't know how he can muster this many units. It seems insane, right? But we certainly cut him off of the water income for now. Which isn't much, but I'll take what I can get. Christ on a bike, man. Just cannot kill that thing. You killed it once. I don't know how. Alright, get me winter wolves now. Many winter wolves. Also, I guess I should be doing something with my death gems. Probably Pale Riders. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just go for whites. They're pretty good. Just dump all our death gems into whites. Maybe they can kill the mother. Like, insane how much he can pump out. Took llama with 9 hoplites. Crazy. Meanwhile, we're continuing to suffer losses like every time. Gets trickier now. If I move off of this, he's going to beat the PD. So we have to just throw a bunch of money at PD here. Try to stop him. Shit. Decided not to attack. Kraken King. Well, luckily my Ice Queen was there, I suppose. We gotta get all this fucking Dominion that he's got down here with his shitty turmoil. Yeah, I mean, I will roll out. I just was kind of hoping for more stuff. Yep. Abyss to the Beyond. Yeah, that's right. Although the whites didn't get a single kill, which is a little worrisome. How is this looking these days? Still casting Grip of Winter, good. It's the hoplites, man. Like, they're just nuts. I wonder if it wouldn't be better, hear me out, to just spam Frozen Heart. I think we have that, right? Yeah. So our queens can cast this at 35 range, 100 precision, 10 plus armor negating damage. So for them it'd be 14 armor negating damage. If we give them Robes of the Sea, we can bump that up to 40 range and 16 armor negating damage. It's pretty hefty, right? I don't think more skeletons is the solution here. These guys only have 30 hit points, so getting hit with that twice is basically death. Okay. That's just for... Yeah, so let's re-script this. We'll do 2 hordes of skeletons, and then Frozen Heart. And honestly, these guys could just, like, cast nothing but Frozen Heart, although they don't quite have the range for it. Yeah, no, you could do that. So we might hurt the Great Mother a bit with that. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, he didn't have any of his big guys there, so that's why, but it was good. Guess I'll go ahead and destroy the Mire of Mystery while we're here. Two kelp groves and a maelstrom. Oh, of course he's got fucking a castle up in the mountains. Why wouldn't he? All right. We had 9 hoplites in there. All of them died. We only lost 1 war maiden. No Huskarls. Ice Queen's got 9 kills. Coincidence? No. I refuse. That's pure skill at work. Yeah. We can get a lot more winter wolves, though. All right, after she's done with that, we'll just start getting more winter wolves. We're on the rebound now, baby. Underwater cave, coral statue, battle in Dunster. Oh, I just moved there. Bad luck for you, chum. Well, I'm tempted to hold here for now and just preach. Do need more preaching happening. But we're slowly, you know, turning the tide. Slowly turning the tide here. Oh yeah, frozen heart, frozen heart, frozen heart. Now let's confirm my suspicions here, and let's go look at his hoplites. Alright, Ekdromos, dead. How did it die? Frozen heart 14, frozen heart 13. Done. Ekdromos, dead. How did it die? Well, it got hit with a hatchet. 14. Okay, that's fair. But it also took 17 from frozen hearts, so good. Another Ekdromos. How did it die? Spear and frozen heart for 15. And frozen heart for 9. This one got hit with the broadsword. Okay. This one got frozen heart for 10. Bronze discus from his own buddy for 16. Jesus. And a hatchet for 9. Broadsword for 13. Spear for 7. Blah, blah, blah. Broadsword 13. Frozen heart for 12. Hatchet for 4. A lot of stuff. Hatchet for 9. Hoplites. Broadsword for 11. Frozen heart for 12. Frozen heart for 10. I think I've proven my point. It was a good choice. We lost no units. He lost 130. Yeah, we got this, baby. It's all worked out. So, we're summoning... Yeah, these are six per turn. So we're losing 1 water gem per turn. I actually could summon more. I want my money to stabilize before I start getting more ice queens. Alright, that was a little heftier. He brought his doom stack again. We lost 6 Huskarls, 6 War Maidens. He lost 263, including 50 Gigantes. That must suck for you, bro. Oh, now we're getting a lot of water gems per turn. Alright, I'm gonna have him come in here and summon... I don't know, Echidnids are pretty good. They got Awe, they got Golden Swords, they've got 13 protection, 13 defense with parry 4 shields. They have recuperation. Are they better than Winter Wolves? I don't know. They're a lot pricier though. Although you do get 25 of them. But no, he's got good scaling. Well, he's got okay scaling. Alright, we're at 2,600 bucks right now, so let's start making Ice Queens again, as well as this. Good. Battle in Epernia. I lost nothing. He lost 190. Good. Battle in Dunster. I lost 2. Battle in Dershid. Lost 2. And the Mire of Mystery. I lost 1. Yeah, 4 victories, 4 battles. This is all good. Also, we have a crazy amount of fire gems. And nature, and everything. Like, he could summon anything but water, really. I have a billion things that can summon water. So, summon anything else that's good. Or cast anything big that you can. We could get Manticore. We could get Ether Warriors. Those are pretty ridiculous. I could get Draconians. That's pretty nice. Granted, we're casting Grip of Winter, so we do have sort of a theme going. Well, Z's. Really, we should just go for like Conjuration 8. A message from Mekone. After all this time, he brought the heat here. Oh, a little bit too much damage for him. Yep. All right, I lost 21 Huskarls and 11 Warmanes on there. That was painful, but he lost 294, including his Pretender. Now, I know he can get the Pretender back, but every turn that he spends calling back the Pretender is a turn he's not preaching, and it's a turn the Pretender isn't spreading its heresy to me. Oh yeah, those are magical. So magical. Okay. Yeah, our research is pretty shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Could be a lot better, but we've had some severe financial troubles throughout this game, and we're just now on the rebound. You lost another 428. How do you get this many? Damned impressive. I should build more forts, shouldn't I? Like, they do multiply your income by some amount. All right. Slowly but surely, we will accumulate research. 27 Winter Wolves died already. Yeah, that's the problem with them. Probably should only use them on offense. I don't really need them when I'm just sitting here. We'll dump them back home. Alright, here's the Z's. They have 78 hit points. Only 5 protection, 8 defense, 13 MR, 30 morale. They have Fear 5, Shock 15, Cold 25, Poison 25, Chill 10, Flying, Spirit Sight, 20 damage Beak, 21 damage Talons, 12 attack, 13 attack. They're pretty solid. And with, like, Army of Mist activated, oof. 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 We're gonna be cooking. Yeah, at this point, mostly we're just sort of in the standby mode. Yeah, it's really hard for him to take anything from me right now. We're accumulating just an insane amount of gems. Once I get Alteration 8, which is admittedly a long ways off, we should probably look into some sort of nice big global. Something that fucks with them pretty good, right? Also actually invest in evocation spells eventually. Yeah, we could get like the Wrath of God. That's pretty nasty, right? I don't think Perpetual Storm really helps us. Murdering Winter is a nice thing to spam on him, though. Oh, Wailing Winds we can cast in battle, too. All the goodies. Alright, let's go down Evocation, then. These guys aren't really the best for research. Let's focus on research, which is these things. Let's get them at both. And yeah, let's get guys making palisades everywhere. If it's good for the AI, it's good for me. Alright, and we immediately hemorrhaged all our money. But we got Sitiak, the White Terror. He's an insane assassin, too. And he's pretty shit. Isn't there some sort of big money maker in the vanilla game that you can cast? I mean, I guess I could cast a lot of fire transmutation, I suppose. A lot of it. Is that a fire 1 spell? Can anyone cast that? Distill gold. Honestly, yeah, for right now. And we lost Durshid. He, like, knew that I was planning on building a fort there, and he just was relentless. That's pretty obnoxious. I guess I could take a mage with just winter wolves. Try and shred them. All right. Good. Yeah, I wanted everyone to cast this multiple times, actually. How much gear do we have at this point? Like, we are all decked out because he just keeps making stuff and sending it in and dying. We're loaded with stuff. Probably making it really hard for some of these guys to cast spells. I think you have only 6 spellcasting encumber. That's not too bad. Look for like heavy armor or something. Nah, alright, I guess it's mostly okay. It's mostly good stuff, actually. Or negligible stuff. Like we have some girdles of might. Things like that. Alright. I think we're doing pretty well. We've long passed his dominion. Although we just lost Ophaleth. That's good. That's real grand. Alright, just tighten it up. Tighten up the graphics on level 2. That's a hell of a reference. You just tighten up the graphics, man. That's it. It's simple. Can't even do that. Shouldn't even be in this industry. Unfortunately, Myra Mystery does not connect to Epernia, so I would have this guy move over to Epernia to support that, but we wouldn't be able to reinforce it quickly if it got attacked. So for now, this is your life, and I hope you enjoy it. You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. No monies once again. That's alright. I really wish the Ice Queens had more fucking magic leadership for your sacreds. I probably should make an item. Okay. Can you make something to help with this? Crown of Command gives an extra 50. We went over this recently of what has magic leadership. And that's basically it. I mean, as far as large amounts. If I remember the... Leader M, blah, 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 bag of win, and leadership, 50. Yeah, that's basically 50 is the most you can get, and that's it. So, alright, just make Crown of Command for me real quick. And a second one. Okay. I can go back to doing whatever it was you were doing. Z's. Billion other things I could cast, but doesn't really matter too much, so Z's it is. A lot of winter wolves, don't you think? Rolling in them. This is an insane amount of gems. Like, what do you even do with this many gems? That's what happens when you have a full Rainbow Mage site search in EA. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm gonna have the winter wolves sit there for now. We may never use them. A lot of Huskarls. It's also a lot of winter wolves that we have. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, we've run into this before where I may not win in this situation. Ooh. Under Siege in Dershid, and I got another White Terror. They're popping up all over the place. Alright, let's launch the whole shebang then. No, because he's probably gonna beat... Nah, he wouldn't be able to beat that. That's crazy. We'll be fine. I lost 7 Z's on that one. Shame. But it was 286 units he had. Was that 7 turns then of summoning Z's? Probably not worth my time. Oh, boy. I should just summon Ether Warriors. They're pretty badass. Yeah, I tried to just fucking raid it. Yeah, great. That is a lot. You know what? We might let's do a little something, shall we? Did hit Alteration 8. So I actually have Army of Mist. I don't know if that applies to Spirit Form, though. I don't remember. I think it does. Okay. Yeah, there's a battle in Durshid. It's a lot. I don't think he did it. No, he didn't even cast it. Why wouldn't you cast it? Oh, he doesn't... No, he should have been able to cast it. 100%. Well, that was a lot of Winter Wolves for nothing. Every last one died. Oh, God. Oh, Army of Mist is 5 air. Yeah, he needs an air booster. Okay. And I don't have a lab here, so... Alright, well. Back down we go. We lost Ebis. 2 Vine Men and Terracotta Soldiers. How did they even get there? What? Ooh, a message from Mekone. That's exciting. There go the rest of the Z's. Most of our summons are just not worth any amount of our time or effort. But we killed 609 of his shit. Pretty good. You killed our god. Yeah, I mean, I'd like for this to hold. He's really adamant about this, because now I have Dominion here, so this is constantly... Maybe I should just stay here. Yeah, good thing I did. Right, I forgot about that. I'm an idiot. Okay, we got something here that can stop this little shit. Right, we need a winged helmet, or we need the Horn of Storm. That's 5. Fuck it, just empower yourself. Why bother with anything else at this point? Okay. Well, now we have Army of Mist. But we want air gems, temp, which is, of course, Storm in a bottle. I don't know how he got here, but he did get here, so... Be that as it may. Yeah, you'll have to make Bag of Wind as well. I'm sure there's something else that gives temp air gems somewhere, but these are really prevalent and easy. There we go, we got Infinite Army of Mist. This is taking a long time. I'll admit. That's because I kind of need to start moving in. And now that I have Army of Mist, probably should. So let's do it to it. Do I have enough? I think so. I mean, this is a pretty nutso army, especially with the Army of Mist on everything. But could I get a second big buff? Wailing Winds. Yes, because there is, if I go to construction 7. Alright, let me just look here. There's the shield, right? Chromatic barrier. But I need more than that. Parafoil gives 4, but it also minuses 1 to all my magic. It's not really ideal. There's Fairy in a Bottle, but I can't combine that with my other 2 miscellaneous items. I'd kind of have to pick one or the other. Oh no, this is only 2. Holy shit, that's cheap. Okay, yeah, so if we just go construction 7. Yeah, isn't there a skull or something I can make? A skull mentor, 2 death, plus 14 research. Why do I not have like a billion of those? It's funny, like I used to be very big on like the quills and stuff. Like, oh, you gotta get these research boosters. Oh, and then I haven't built a research booster in like 150 games. Oh, they have no miscellaneous slots. What the fuck? That's wild. Okay. It's unprecedented. That doesn't stack, I'm pretty sure, no. Wow, they have no miscellaneous slots. Wouldn't have called that. Okay, and I have to get snowscapers. Thought I had more of them, but okay. Oh, should we see the Army of Mist? Boom. Look at that. PD with Mist Form. Got Long Deads with Mist Form. Oh my god. Grip of Winter plus Wailing Winds is going to be insane. Yeah, Skull Mentor is pretty awesome. As if nations with 2 death mages needed more of a reason to be good. And how much does this cost? 10. Okay, that's not cheap, but when you're making 9 and you have an obscene amount of gems you're doing nothing with, it's kind of nice. We're up to 529 research a turn now. Alright. So now someone just wants to make a lab here so I don't have to leave. Good. I'm still summoning winter wolves. Whatever. It's fine. Fine. So now you need to make the shield for yourself. Chromatic barrier. Probably could find some other stuff for this guy to make for himself, I imagine. Alright, I think we're good on skull mentors. Probably some crazy one-handed thing you could get. Well, you get the Rune Smasher for more penetration, which I think does affect Wailing Winds, right? Hell yeah. We're cooking. He also probably could get helmets. Let's see. Spirit helmet. Starshine for more astral magic. Ooh, fast casting 30. Yes. Sounds good. We lost Dunster to a concerted effort. Pretty much ready to roll out, though. The only boot thing that I would really care about is, like, yeah, reinvigoration. Sure. He's got kidneys. It's going to be hard to stop. But alright, I think we're ready to just kick his ass. Let's see how it goes. We defended Epernia. We attacked Dubros. I don't think he'll cast anything for that one. And we defended Omer. Good. Now you can go take back this shit. Kill all those stupid kidneys. Nope, he still had some left over. Storm the castle. Let's see how this one goes, shall we? Grip of Winter, Army of Mist, Wailing Winds. Is a pretty solid army combo that's probably tricky to beat. Oh, and a message from Mekone. He had his pretender lurking in here. Wow, Wailing Winds took a long time for him to cast for some reason. I still managed to lose 14 Huskarls and 16 War Maidens and 5 of the Whites. But he did have a lot there. He had 12 Archons, which are recruitment 4 mages. 1 fire, 1 earth, 1 holy, and then +2 to fire, air, or earth twice. Oh no, just once. Okay, no, it's +2. So yeah, they're all going to be 3 fire, 3 earth, or 2 air. So that's pretty nasty. And he had 12 of them. And then 14 Garantes, which are just 1 holy and then fire, earth. So probably most of those kills are on my skeletons. He had Discobolus on the fucking walls. That's nuts. And it's hard to say how much friendly fire there was, because the Ice Queens did get 145 kills, presumably with Falling Frost, which, even though we do have... Yeah, okay, I mean, assuming they only use Falling Frost shouldn't be too bad. Ah, no, fucking move here. Yeah, he's now... Dubros and Epernia have both been breached. I'd rather save Epernia. I don't know how much he has here. A lot. He just has a lot. I mean, the end of statement. He has a fucking lot. His army size has to be astronomically big. It's twice the size of mine. And I have a lot of units just sitting around doing nothing. Well, there he lost 259. I lost 5. Took back Nace, and he obviously captured that again. But we're mostly concerned about... Oh, yeah, he should stop mating in those. So much research. Bumps them all up to 23 research. We're mostly concerned about temples being destroyed. So as long as we can get that done, we're fine. He might attack Dershid, but... No, he'll 100% attack Dershid. Yeah, and breached it instantly. Problem is, like, I couldn't... A stupid thing with the guy that can't move patrol. So he's gonna take Dershid, which is pretty bad. Not much I can do. I don't have the funds to alleviate the problem. I mean, I can have some mages roll out with Winter Wolves. It's something, I guess. Probably attack the middle one, though. No, he wasn't able to move. Excessive fatigue. You cast one spell and that's excessive fatigue? Doesn't that seem kind of weird? He only has 3 spellcasting encumbrance. He does have fast casting 30, but he casts one spell. I'm not... Well, no, I guess it is a hefty spell, though. It's 300 fatigue, yeah. And he's upcasting. He really should have grabbed a booster. He probably should have made the winged helmet. Okay, let's Pause. Oh, no, we didn't storm the castle yet. Okay, go ahead and do that. Fast casting's cool, but obviously we just want him for the 2 big buffs, so it doesn't really matter that much. We'd rather have the winged helmet so he doesn't keel over and die. An upcoming arena battle. I'll give fast casting to Jadis. Why not? Alright. Yeah, I don't know if I care about the arena battle. Although, don't I have one that has to participate? Or is it's probably long dead. Long dead. Yes, yes, congratulations. Alright, we should see proper... Oh yeah, we killed the Pretender again. Why you keep throwing her in here? Army of Mist, Grip of Winter, and Wailing Winds, all in effect. Oh man, that's some damage right there. Beautiful. Let us destroy some fucking temples now, shall we? Yeah, you don't have many doom stacks left, dude, so enjoy them. Man, he gets his god back real fucking fast. That was like 2 turns. Well, yeah, he probably gets it back in 1 turn. As soon as it dies, it's back. Alright, we're under siege in Epernia, so let's go clear that off. Blah, 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 blah. Probably could cast... Fata Morgana is a little tricky. I don't think I can get Mechanical Militia or Fata Morgana. Although, I have enough Glamour Gems that we could empower. But at this point, do I really care? Alright, it's kind of amusing. A lot of gems. Cast. Glamour. Oh, it's 7. Okay, and it's 90 gems to cast. Perfect. We'll be right in the pocket. Okay, and cast. Fata Morgana. All of them. There you go. Alright. Now the illusions came in immediately. Excellent. Very good. Yes, please. Kill this god again. And I'll do it again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got this in the bag now. Breached. Disease spreading, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm glad the illusions kicked in there. Although they're not getting too many kills. Ooh, 18 War Maidens and 27 Wolves died on that one. Ouch. You had a bunch of priests and shit. Yada yada. Mage. Yeah, these F4s are pretty good. You had 5 Jade Sorceresses in there. 8 Archons. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. You're gonna need more than that, my friend. You can't take that now. Now with the good PD. We lost Mir. Fuck. And this is total AI domination, my friends. Let your eyeballs enjoy it. You know, I think we might go for the capital. Doesn't have his pretender in the capital. Very curious. Yeah, pretender's outside. Capital breach. Let's do it. We're risking it all, baby. This would be pretty bad. It's like kind of unfathomable to lose. An army of mist. Grip of winter. Seems like we didn't get Wailing Winds up again. There it is. A little better late than never. And there you go, the capital's ours. 59 Huskarls, 46 War Maidens, 2 Whites, 37 Winter Wolves. Devastating. But he had just an insane amount of mages there, obviously. 13 Gerontes, got 57 kills. 10 Elder Cyclops, which are thugs, basically. 2 fire, 1 air, 2 earth. Fire, air, water, earth. 63 hit points each. So they got 46 kills. And then 4 Basiliuses. 2 fire, 1 water, 2 earth. 2 holy, fire, air, water, earth. Like, also like mini thugs. 4 recruitment points each, getting 77 kills. And 4 archons. You had like 3 different types of recruitment 4s. Raining death on me. And Discobolus is on the walls. But he lost, so there's that. And now, good luck taking that, pal. He of the Solar Antlers, Reindeer Husband. 3 fire, 2 astral, 2 nature. Yeah, you can't take Utenshire guy. Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe you can just run out of Dominion now? That would be cool. You're not taking Utenshire. Just throwing like one Archon at it. Whatever he can muster. Also, he has an insane amount here. Because it's constantly frozen, so he can never get down from there. So he just keeps building up his fort. So he's probably... I can't imagine how many priests he has up there. So it's going to be really hard to bust that. But eventually we'll have 10 Dominion everywhere. No, he actually beat the 100 PD there. Alright, well, I'm going to give him nowhere to route. Make sure you sit on the Well of Pestilence for a while. Slaughter. No losses. Killed his god again. Blah, blah, blah. How can you win, man? No, don't go there. I mean, yeah, this is a long video that we're doing. But by God, we are crushing him. No mercy. Do I have PD? Or I have... Yeah, okay. So, yeah, his god now comes back, but can't beat that amount of PD on her own. There we go, finally. Okay. Woohoo! Yeah, we typically... I don't think we... I guess maybe you could theoretically eventually win just bordering up on this spot. And like if we own all this, it's like eventually we'll win, probably. But at a certain point, it's just like get it over with. Look at our gem counts. Turn 180. Oh my god, I passed a lot of turns. That's probably a record. I gotta send that one to the Lego. I like sending them stuff and of anything extreme that we do. Right. Well, that was quite the game. I thought it would be a lot easier. Because I thought Grip of Winter like that and Horde of Skeletons would just dominate. But, yeah, these Gigantes are pretty ludicrous as far as a unit is concerned, right? Certainly some of the best non-sacred infantry in the game. Probably the best, maybe. 30 hit points, size 6, 14 protection, 15 defense with a parry 5 shield, 13 MR, 13 morale, 14 speed, length 4 golden spears with 14 attack. That is very significant. And 25 magic piercing damage. They are heavily restricted to 3 per turn. But that's the weaker version. The better version has 20 protection with all the same other stuff. One less defense, but yeah, still. And so they're not cap only. So 6 of them per turn out of any fort you have. And he had 5 forts. So he was making 30 of those guys a turn. And that is pretty nasty. Now, a normal... Like, if I were playing Mechon, I would struggle to do that, right? Like, money is such a tricky thing for us compared to the AI. Also, he had conflict bonus +1. That was part. That's why I was kind of almost down killed. Yeah, I mean, these guys, look at the 40 gold each and 75 resources each. But he had just so much, you know? Yeah. And he has Turmoil. He was playing with Turmoil 1. And still was able to just crank out obscene amounts of troops everywhere. So it's tough, but that's why the 1v1 is fun. Like, we're at a disadvantage there. We have to overcome it with smart tactics and magic. And we did. Grip of Winter was a big game changer on the whole thing. Our Sacreds were pretty damn nuts. I'm glad I went with that. Would we have won faster if I had a very strong Titan? Yeah, maybe. But I'd be pretty scared of all those Gigantes surrounding me with 25 magic piercing spears. So it's hard to say. I think we would have lost to Titan a lot more. Our Frostfather, I don't think he ever died, right? So, and having a Rainbow Mage like that allows for a lot of other possibilities. Because he can cast Wailing Winds and Army of Mist, or Marble Army, or Foul Vapors, or like he can cast basically anything you want him to cast for your specific army. So yeah, it's really good, and it allows you to have pretty obscene Sacreds. So I don't think like an Imprison, like we went Imprison Rainbow Mage. I don't think that's a losing strat on a 1v1 like this. It's trickier in the early game. Like, we were kind of scared there that I was getting Dom killed and we were running out of money, but it worked out. As for the Frostling Nation, yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid, right? I mean, I think there were a few avenues we could have taken. We could have done Mammoths, but I just don't... too easy to die and money's too tight. The Ice Guardians, yeah... Honestly, they probably would have been a solid enough choice. Not amazing, but they might have been better than the Huskarls. They're a lot more expensive and they're a lot less they're a lot more limited. But against the Mechon, like, he's got a lot of spears. They're pierce resistant, which is a big deal. And he doesn't have almost any range stuff except for the discuses. But these guys have 25 hit points and glaives that hit for 25, which is very hard. But I would say overall, I wouldn't mind seeing these guys buffed a little bit. I don't think we need to make them sacred or anything, but like, Never Heal is just really a rough thing, especially when you're limited to 5 per turn, and they have ice protection. They have ice protection too, which is awesome for them if you're in cold scales. And I get that that's sort of part of the nation's strategy, right? Is always manipulating scales and using Woven Winter everywhere and all that kind of stuff, and getting your big, maybe globals up so that you can lower the temperature of the whole map. Which I assume there's something to do with that, right? I would assume there is, right? Or am I making this up? I might be making this up. Maybe there isn't a way to do cold scales across the world. Huh. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. But either way, Woven Winter is obviously the classic example. So you always have that cast before you go into a battle, so you have big cold scales. I don't know. I'd prefer some sort of buff there. Maybe more attack, a higher attack or something, or I don't know. Again, like with Army of Mist, and especially on defense where we're sitting on a lab forever, they probably would have been pretty nice. They hit really hard, but 12 attack's not phenomenal, especially with 11 defense. I don't know. They probably would have been pretty solid. The Warg Raiders, I think, would have been okay, except they would have been just decimated by the Gigantes. And in general, cavalry is worse. Anything other than like Sacred Heavy Cav is just kind of bad in the mid to late game. When you start going up against enemy packs of like 500 or, you know, whatever, big AI Doom stacks, all your cavalry will just run into a big kludge and die. Like, it's great. Attack rear. Yeah, it sounds awesome. And it works really well when you're dealing with like 100 troops or something. But once they get big, there is no attacking rear unless you have flight. So, yeah, that's why I don't tend to use cavalry much. Because of that reason. Like, they just tend to die. And we saw that with the Winter Wolves a lot. They tried to go to the rear, and then they just get kludged and die. We could have used archers, but again, like, he's got a lot of fields. He's got a lot of these with wicker shields, hoplons. These guys, obviously, you're never going to really hit with anything with an archer. And we don't really have flaming weapons, so I think we adapted the strategy as best we could. And yeah, it was pretty good. The Ice Queens are obviously pretty great mages. That's a lot of skeletons, and you have access to all sorts of stuff. If it was a different nation we were going up against, I would have done Stygian Reigns. And that could have been very powerful. Just between, like, the War Maidens having magic weapons and Winter Wolves and stuff like that. Like, there's definitely ways to get plenty of magic attacks if you want. Especially, what else? Did the Z's have? No, but, like, Ether Warriors or Whites, you know, they all have magic swords. So, yeah, that would have been pretty good. Actually, yeah, like, Ether Warriors with Stygian Reigns active. Jesus. I mean, look at these things. They have 22 hit points, 19 protection, 16 defense, 15 MR, 19 morale, ethereal, with 19 attack moonblades, length 2, 33 magic slashing damage, and 10 armor negating damage versus anything that's a magic being. Like, Ether Warriors are cracked, especially in large numbers and with, like, any buffs. They're not even spirit form, so you could give them Marble Army and stuff and really go ham. Yeah, anyways. This is a pretty crazy game, but very enjoyable. So, and we have covered the map in snow, except for the Highlands, which are immune to snow, I guess. Great stuff. For now, though, my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.